Hola, ¿cómo te vas, Nen? Finally, after so much time of waiting, your patience have paid off, and now you can see me in our first Polish language tutorial with a Polish girlfriend. You see that I really have to love you if I'm doing this for you, because I have to tell you, even though this is my mother tongue, it's a huge shit to learn. Anyway, let's not discourage ourselves. Let's get to the most, I think, difficult thing about Polish language, the Polish declination. We have 7 different cases in Polish language. The first one, nominativo. The second one, genitivo. The third one, dativo. Then accusativo, instrumental, locativo, and at the end, vocativo. We're going to get to know all of them. For the beginning, let's start from the first case, that is nominativo. It is the basic form of any noun. It serves mainly to indicate a subject in a sentence. That means a person or a thing that does a certain action or submits a certain state. For example, a cat mews or a cat is ill. You know some nouns already. I will remind you the most important ones. Dziewczyna, girl, girlfriend, teściowa, mother-in-law. Okay, I'm joking, but obviously you're going to need other ones anyway. Chłopak, boy, dom, house, home, dziewczyna, girl, girlfriend, ulica, street, dziecko, child, krzesło, chair. As you may have already noticed, in Polish we don't have any articles, any a or d, any un, une, le, la, nothing before the noun. The ideas that they usually transmit in other languages are understandable in Polish through the context simply. You don't need to define any noun particularly. It doesn't mean, though, that nouns in Polish don't have genders. Of course they do. And they have not one, not even two, but 3 different genders. Let's take a look at them and look at the examples. The first one is masculine gender, as chłopak, boy, or dom, house. Masculine nouns are usually finished by a consonant. Let's get to the second gender. It's feminine. For example, the words ulica, street, or dziewczyna, girl, girlfriend. Both of them finish with a. They are feminine then. There's a very important exception, though, a word mężczyzna, that finishes with a, but is of masculine gender. It's a man. Let's get back to the third gender, the neuter. For example, dziecko, child, or krzesło, chair. They are usually finished with o. That means they are neuter. Let's repeat once again. Finished by consonant, masculine. Finished by a, feminine. Finished by o, neuter. Even though you don't have to put any article before the noun, you need to know its gender, because other complements of the noun, for example adjectives, numbers, possessives, demonstratives, have to be adjusted to their gender. Let's get back to our nominativo. There's a perfect verb, a perfect expression, that suits to our Polish case, nominativo. This is verb to be, in Polish, być. How to conjugate this verb? Here you are. Ja jestem, I am. Ty jesteś, you are. On jest, he is. Ona jest, she is. Ono jest, it is. My jesteśmy, we are. Wy jesteście, you are. Oni są, they are masculine. One są, they are non-masculine, that means feminine or neuter. There are 2 perfect expressions based on this verb. That means to jest, this is, and to są, these are, and we're going to focus on that. How to use this introductive expression? You simply put any nominativo behind this expression. For example, to jest chłopak, this is a boy. To jest dom, this is a house. To jest dziewczyna, this is a girl. To jest ulica, this is a street. To jest dziecko, This is a child. To jest krzesło. This is a chair. Is there any rule that describes the creation of a plural of a noun in Nominativo? Of course there is. Unfortunately, you have to remember that Polish is a tricky language and there are many exceptions of any rules. For the beginning, let's look at the masculine nouns describing non-personal objects. For example, noun finished by hard consonants as M usually add a letter Y. And voila, you have a plural. For example, dom, house, domy, houses. Then, nouns finished by soft consonants as L, you need simply to add an E, to form a plural. For example, hotel, hotel, hotele, hotels. Then, at the end, nouns finished by K, K, or G, G. You add an I, E, and here it goes. Chłopak, boy, chłopaki, boys. Let's now take a look at masculine nouns describing concerning people. Usually, you simply add Y, or I, E, but the last consonant becomes a soft one. For example, student, a student, studenci, students, or Polak, a Polish person, a Polish guy, Polacy, Polish, plural. If you have though nouns that refer to titles or relations, you add owie. For example, pan, gentleman, panowie, gentlemen, profesor, a professor, profesorowie, professors. When it comes to the feminine nouns, you have to follow a similar rule as the one that considered masculine nouns, but you have to eliminate the ending. For example, if the word finishes with hard consonant plus A, you leave this hard consonant, but you put Y, instead of this A. For example, kobieta, woman, kobiety, women, dziewczyna, girl, dziewczyny, girls, torba, bag, torby, bags. The other example, if the noun finishes with G or K plus A, you need to put an I, E, instead of this A. For example, noga, a leg, nogi, legs. And the last example, if the word finishes with consonant, soft consonant plus A, you eliminate the A and you put an E, instead of it. For example, ulica, street, ulice, streets. There are a few words though, finished by a soft consonant, in which you don't apply the rule that we've just been talking about, but you simply add an Y or I. That means in Polish, or E. For example, rzecz, thing, rzeczy, things. Now let's get to the last gender we're going to take a look at. It's a neuter. Usually you just have to eliminate the O or the E that finishes the noun and add an A. For example, krzesło, cze, krzesła, chairs. Or morze, sea, morza, seas. But there are certain exceptions though. For example, imię, name, imiona, names. Muzeum, museum, muzea, museums. Dziecko, child, dzieci, children. Yay! Finally! You have finished everything for today. Isn't it great to learn languages, isn't it? I hope that it really made something good for you and that I didn't make it even more obscure. So, love you and wait till the next episode.